Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Nafatin Akilah binti Muhammad Qasim. My matrix number is 1222817.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Ahmad Hamidi bin Muhammad Zain. My matrix number 1222771.
Hi, my name is Nur Bashimah Najihah binti Fazlan and my matrix number is 1222816.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Arif bin Rafiq. My matrix number is 122754.
Hello, my name is Nur Syariwani binti Muhammad Syamizan. My matrix number is 1222813.
What definition of tayammum? Tayammum mean wiping clean soil dust to face and hand for replace ablution and mandatory bath when no water or unable to use water if sick or to cool and so on. The tayammum has been mentioned in Quran. A'udzubillahi minasyaitonirrajim. Wa in kuntum marda aw ala safarin aw jaa ahadun minkum minal ra'iti aw lamastumun nisa falam tajidu ma'an fatayammamu sa'idan tayyiban famsahu biwujuhikum wa aydikum. Means, but if you are ill or on a journey, or one of you comes from the place of relieving himself, or you have contact woman and do not find water, then seek clean air and wipe over your faces and hand with it. Aisyah once borrowed a necklace from Asma, then the necklace disappeared. The Prophet sent some people to search for it and they found it. Once they want to perform a prayer, there's no water for ablution, so they perform prayer without taking ablution. Later on they tell the Prophet about this matter, then come down this verse required for tayammum.
When is tayammum required? First, because of the water decision, whether there is no water directly or there is little and not enough to take ablution. Second, because of not being able to use water. What are examples of situations that requiring tayammum due to inability to use water? First, not able to use water because of illness, worry about getting sick, or worry about slow recovery. This is known through experience or information from the doctor. Second, the available water is needed for drinking and so on at that time or in the future. Third, there is a strong suspicion in him that he will get sick if he uses water. Fourth, fear of the enemy who prevents him from getting water, whether the enemy is human or wild animal. Next, water is needed to wash the faces that are not forgiven, that is must be purged. Next, worry about the extreme cold if the winter is unusual. Lastly, bath corpses that are infected with disease such as COVID-19 and Ebola. What are the valid conditions of tayammum? For the validity of tayammum, scholars have outlined the following conditions. First, the person who performs tayammum should have an illness that prevents him from using water, that is because of water decisions or not being able to use water. Second, try to find water first if tayammum is performed because of the decision of water. Third, tayammum should be performed using clean soil. Fourth, do tayammum after the time has come.
What is seeking for water means? A person who wants to do tayammum due to the absence of water. It is obligatory that he try to find water in advance in the surrounding area. If water is not in the house, you should go to the mosque or to the nearby house in hope to find water. Once there's finally a water, then you can tayammum. Finding the water must be repeated every time you want to do the tayammum. What if there's water but it is not enough for ablution? Is it used both water and then tayammum, or just directly tayammum without using water? There are two views of scholars for this problem. First side, it is obligatory to use the water that is available, then perform tayammum for the parts that cannot be washed with water. And then this view is the school of Imam Ahmad and Imam Shafi'i in his Qaul Jadid. Second view should continue tayammum and leave the water. This is the view of the majority scholars consisting Al-Hasan, Az-Zuhri, Hamad, Malik, Imam Abu Hanifah, Imam Shafi'i in his Qaul Qadim, Ibn al-Munzir and al-Munzani, student from Imam Shafi'i. In conclusion, if there's two views from Imam Shafi'i, we need to use the first view, which is Qaul Jadid. And we don't need to use Qaul Qadim except in few problems. Is tayammum should only be with soil? Can tayammum with other than soil? There are several views of scholars in the matter of the materials that should be used for tayammum. First, Jumhur Ulama, Imam Shafi'i, Imam Ahmad, Ishaq, Abu Yusuf and Daud Az-Zahiri require that tayammum to be done with soil, not with sand, stone, chalk and so on, which are not categorized as soil. And it is required that the soil should be dusty, that is, it can stick to the hand when patted and clean. Second, Imam Malik and Imam Abu Hanifah are of the opinion not specific to land only, must tayammum with everything that is on the surface of the earth. Imam Malik and Imam Abu Hanifah also do not require the materials for tayammum to be dusty. Therefore, in their view, should perform tayammum on a stone without dust on a smooth ground where there is no dust that sticks to the hand when patted on it. So, we use majority scholars and Imam Shafi'i's opinion. Is it required to enter the valid time of tayammum? There are two views of scholars. First, the majority of scholars consisting of the schools of Imam Malik, Shafi'i, Ahmad and others are of the opinion tayammum is not valid except after entering the prayer time, either because of the decision of water or because of not being able to use water. The meaning of in time is that the time has arrived that requires a prayer to be performed. Time is required because tayammum is an emergency tahara, like the tahara of a woman who is istihada, where both do not remove hadas but are done only to require prayer. So just as a woman who is istihada should not perform ablution until after the time has come,
So also a person who wants to do tayammum should not to do it until after the time for prayer. Second, Imam Abu Hanifah views tayammum is not bound by time. That is, one must perform tayammum even if the time has not yet arrived. He alludes to ablution and other ablutions, bathing, wiping the khuf, removing impurities. Just as ablution must be done before entering prayer time, so is tayammum because it is prescribed in lieu of both. So, we use majority scholars and Imam Shafi'i's opinion.
What are the conditions of tayammum for people who are cold? The condition is that no further effort can be made to use water. If you are able to make an effort either by heating water or something like that, it is obligatory to make that effort. If not able, then tayammum is required. What are the conditions for tayammum for a sick or injured person? Not all type of pain or injury require tayammum. A pain or wound that require tayammum is a pain or wound that causes harm to the body. It includes the use of water causes disease that lead to death or damage to limbs, causing the pain to worsen or disease to worsen, causes slow recovery, causing unbearable pain, causes significant defect in the body. The effect of the used water should be confirmed by own experience or referral from a skilled doctor. According to the Shafi'i sect, the doctor must be Muslim and just not wicked. No confession or confirmation from a kafir or fasiq doctor is accepted. But according to Imam Malik school, should use the opinion or information from a non-Muslim doctor if there is no Muslim doctor.
How much worship should be done with tayammum? Tayammum requires what is required with ablution and bathing. A person who performs tayammum must perform obligatory prayers: circumcision prayer, prostration of tilawah, prostration of thanksgiving, carrying a mushaf, reading the Quran and i'tikaf. This law has been agreed upon by scholars. What are the parts of tayammum? Based on the verses of the Quran and the hadith of the Prophet, there are only two parts of tayammum. Either tayammum to replace ablution or to replace mandatory bath. That is, one face and then two hands.
When tayammum is cancelled, tayammum is purification instead of ablution. If things happen to a person who is performing tayammum, that can invalidate ablution, as we have explained in the previous title. For example, he fart or he touched his genital area or so on. Then his tayammum is invalid. In conclusion, things that invalidate ablution will also lead to the invalidation of tayammum. For a person who performed tayammum due to lack of water, his tayammum is void when he found water. As soon as he meets water, his tayammum will automatically be nullified. If he wants to pray again, he must do ablution. His tayammum is not enough even if he do not do anything that will invalidate his tayammum. If he performed tayammum earlier because of the obligatory bath, he should perform the obligatory bath before performing the next prayer. If performing tayammum due to infirmity such as illness and extreme cold, tayammum is considered void as soon as the infirmity disappears. For example, if a person performs tayammum due to illness, then as soon as he recovers from his illness, his tayammum is void.
What the rukun of tayammum? First, niyah. Second, transfer soil dust to the body parts. Third, wipe the face. Fourth, sweeping both hands up to the elbows. And 5, in order.
Nawaitu tayammuma li istibahati fardhi salati lillahi ta'ala.